which will be given by Cheston Cooper.
We bow our heads, please. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, O Lord, and I thank you for my fellow classmates, both here and not able to be with us today. Lord, I ask a special blessing be bestowed upon us as we leave high school and begin our new lives. I ask that you be with us all the days of our new lives. Guide us all in the way you see fit. Protect us from all the perils of the world, and use us to be the shining example of the people that you wish us to be. Lord, I thank you for bringing us all together at this ceremony to celebrate our graduation. Lord, I know that all things are possible through you. Help us, Lord, to come to you in times of our need. Forgive me where I failed you, for it is in your divine name that I pray. Amen.
All right, thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to Brazoswood High School's commencement exercises for the class of 1993. We are pleased that you are here to participate in this formal recognition of their achievement, and we extend our thoughts to class members not participating here tonight. We ask that you show respect for each graduate and each family by remaining seated throughout the ceremony and by avoiding excessive noise that might obscure our graduates' names or delay the program. The ceremony is being taped in its entirety, and each senior is being professionally photographed as the diploma is received. Following the alma mater and circle of friendship at the end of the program, you will be invited to join the graduates on the field for congratulations. At this time, I introduce to you Lori Howe, Senior Class President.
I would like to introduce our platform guests for the evening. Board President Shirley Busbis, Board Member Michael Pope, Board Member Joe Bowman, Board Member Arch Aplin, Board Member David Visser, Board Member Connie Wooster, our Superintendent Dr. Gerald Anderson, Assistant Superintendent Sandra Reed, Assistant Superintendent Henry Williams, Director of Secondary Education Tom Patterson, Senior Counselor Carol Cravens, Senior Counselor Suzanne Stouffer, Assistant Principal Blaine Campbell, Assistant Principal Olivia Suazo, Assistant Principal Dwayne Rayburn, and will the senior class sponsors and faculty members please stand? Now the senior choir members will sing an arrangement of Pray For Me by Michael W. Smith.
this little switched. Okay. I'd now like to introduce Kelly Bennett, the valedictorian of the graduating class of 1993, and Brian Jones, who didn't quite make valedictorian but tried very hard as an elected speaker.
Yes, we're finally here. We've been waiting for this moment ever since we realized what school meant. Getting up early, doing homework, and missing cartoons. Through all of these tragedies, we have made it. We have not made it alone, though. I would like to thank all of the members of the community for supporting us in our efforts to become good citizens. You have given us a model of service that we can follow as we become more involved in the community. I would also like to thank all of the educators in our lives. You are the ones that helped us reach this moment. Our preschool and kindergarten teachers helped introduce us to the fascinating world of knowledge. Our elementary school teachers kept us interested in school and made learning fun. Our intermediate school teachers showed us what it was like to explore education on a higher level. And our high school teachers helped us prepare for the world that we are about to enter. Thank you. I would also like to thank all of the people involved in the school system that did not work in the classroom. Your work helped all of us reach this moment. Thank you. I would like to say thank you to all the people involved in the religious aspects of our lives. Your efforts have made us into better people spiritually. Lastly, but probably most importantly, I would like to give thanks to all the families, especially the parents, for helping us reach this point in our lives. I would like to tell my own parents, Dr. and Mrs. Neal Bennett, thank you. Without all of your help, it would have been impossible to make it this far. You were there when we were infants, protecting us from danger. You fed us and clothed us and sheltered us when we were helpless. As we grew older, you were there to try and make us into good individuals. You tried to teach us between right and wrong, though sometimes we refused to listen. You have been there for us in times of sorrow and anger. When the anger was directed at you, it made our lives rough, but eventually things resolved. You have provided us with a home, a place of security where hopefully we will always be welcome and always be able to come back to after we go our separate ways. Thank you for giving many years of your life to raising us and making us successful individuals. Your love will be returned throughout the years as you see us mature and possibly have families of our own. Thank you, parents, for all that you have given us. If we think back many, many years ago, we can remember a time when we were infants, dependent upon others for our existence. We couldn't eat by ourselves, get dressed by ourselves, or change our own diapers. Eventually, though, we graduated from infancy into our terrible twos. Everybody loved us at that point in our lives. We grabbed everything that was in our sight, messed up anything that we could, and tried to eat everything that we were able to cram into our mouths. Then the time came for us to enter the wonderful world of school. As we walked into the kindergarten room, we realized that it was going to take a lot of effort. We had to memorize our telephone numbers. Eventually we did, though, and we made it to first grade. Throughout the years, we learned how to read about Dick and Jane, write our names, and memorize the times tables. At least most of us did. We made friends. We played house, cops and robbers, and we climbed the monkey bars together. After elementary school, we moved on to intermediate school. Intermediate school. What an interesting time in our lives. First, we were threatened by the big 8th graders. Then we realized that there was no longer such thing as recess. After we overcame those tragedies, we were already 8th graders and on top of the world. Our friends were there giving us advice on boyfriends and girlfriends and probably caused more harm than good, but they meant well. As we got older, our friends were there for us when no one else could understand our problems. I guess we had fun until dreams of freshmen entered our head. Those seniors were mean. Wasn't it illegal for them to torment us, to make us their own personal slaves? Finally, we were rid of our freshman image as we moved on to our sophomore year. We had fun as juniors, and eventually we were seniors. As seniors, we were able to feed ourselves, dress ourselves, and well, hopefully we didn't need diapers anymore. We now have the ability to exist on our own. We've come a long way together. We have laughed with each other in times of good fortune and cried with each other when tragedy struck. Let us take a moment to remember those who will never be able to, never had a chance to make it this far in their lives. The deaths of Sharon Jensen, Christy Chauvier, Wade Miller, and Laura Kirby were terrible tragedies. These people have lived in our memories and will continue to live within us as we move toward our futures and live the lives we are blessed with. We will be leaving our past, facing a future filled with the unknown. The memories of our friendships that have developed over the years will stay with us as we go our own separate ways. Our true friends love us for who we are and will continue to love us no matter what might happen. No differences we may have could ruin the relationship. True friends are always there for each other, even if they have not spoken for a while. Those friendships that are so dear to us will last over the years. A friendship is forever. Even though some of us are leaving our loved ones, experiencing life in a new way will be exciting. We will meet new people and have a great time. We will be involved in school or work. Those joining the workforce will be making real money, while the rest of us will be poor college students. At school, we will be freshmen once again, trying to survive. We will go to the games and struggle to make passing grades so we can stay there. Either way, we will be creating lives for ourselves different from the ones we live today. We will be so caught up in what we are doing that we probably won't have much time to think of the past. But sometimes we will remember our past, our old way of life. Perhaps we will wish we were back in high school with our old friends in familiar places. We will question whether or not we made the right decisions, but then remember that nothing stays the same, that change is inevitable. Hopefully, we will have enough confidence in ourselves to continue with the choices we have made and be happy with our new ways of life. Our futures are filled with dreams. Hopefully, we can fulfill our dreams as we work hard at whatever we are doing. Perhaps some of us will go on to become doctors, lawyers, and teachers. Some of us will be raising families. We will be the leaders of tomorrow. Our actions will determine the path of the futures, ours and the world's. As we leave here tonight, let us be filled not with sorrow for the things we are leaving behind, but with joy, knowing that we will encounter great things in the years to come. Let us always remember those sitting with us. They are the members of our childhood, the ones that helped shape us, the ones that made us the people we are today. They will be our support as we continue with our lives, as we move towards greater things. All of us have a future waiting for us, waiting to be filled with our actions. Let us take advantage of our opportunities. Let us create a world of happiness for all we encounter throughout our lives. Thank you.
Howdy. I'd also like to thank everybody here, like Kelly, and we, the class of 1993, would like to welcome you to our graduation from Brazoswood High School. We'd like to say thank you to all those attending, including the faculty, parents, and especially the friends that are here to celebrate this occasion with us. If it weren't for you, this evening would not be possible. You faculty tried to instill knowledge in us. With some, it was easier than with others. You parents are the ones who actually created this class in 1993, 17 or 18 years ago. You should be congratulated for this accomplishment in itself. Friends, you're the ones who made this class what it is, and hadn't we had fun on the way? Anyway, welcome everybody to the ceremony. Or if you didn't come, you'd miss my beautiful speech. 2 weeks ago, I was approached by a select group of individuals bringing me great news. I had been elected to give our class history during the graduation ceremony. This could be a problem for me, I thought, so I'd much rather be telling a joke than giving a speech. Maybe that's why they gave me this topic instead of one like class philosophy, something deep like that. I was a bit confused as to why I'd been chosen for this high honor. I thought to myself, is it my charming personality? Or could it be my dashing looks? But then I realized what it must be. Ostensibly, it's the beautiful hairdo. Which, by the way, is the envy of the entire class. No, really. I must confess this assignment is probably the most challenging one that I've ever had over the past 4 years. How can one give an accurate history of the class in such a short period of time? It's just not possible, as I soon realized after a good week of thought concerning the subject. Therefore, I've been inspired to present in such a way that will hopefully appeal to every one of you. class of 93, this is your life. That's right. Over the past 4 years at Brazoswood, we've created many memories that are very dear to our hearts and should be remembered always. The year was 1989. We were but 14 and 15-year-olds then and had no idea of who we really wanted to be. We came from being the kings and queens of the campus to being mere peons that few people, other than our parents, cared about. This change was a hard obstacle for some to overcome, but I found that if I didn't act like a freshman, then I wasn't treated like one either. Just a little advice for you future students in the audience. I also faked some people out because I was so big and new to the school that people assumed I was an upperclassman. Maybe I just got lucky. We did have something major in our lives to look forward to. We knew that in a year we'd be getting our learner's permit. So we were all looking forward to those days when we could cruise over to our friend's house, with the parent in the passenger seat, of course. Oh, those were the days. Here's a saying from the past that some of you may have forgotten. We're the class that's meant to be. We're the seniors of 93. Yes, that was the class motto we were given as we entered high school. The purpose of this motto was so we could compete with the other classes' spirit in the first pep rallies we were a part of. Unfortunately, we lost most of the contests, except for a couple here and there. When we did win, instead of being praised as we expected, we were greeted with a plethora of boos coming from every other non-freshman student in the gym. Of course, we got over this and gave it right back to the next class that followed us. School spirit was something our class never lacked. From our beginnings in high school, our football team hasn't had a winning season. However, this didn't mean that we students forgot about the team. There was a good crowd at every game. For whatever our football team lacked that year, the basketball team surely made up for. The varsity team went undefeated, winning the district championship and bringing much glory to our school. We definitely joined together for the athletic events that year. We were so relieved to begin our sophomore year. Although we were still underclassmen, at least we weren't freshmen anymore. We were starting to mature, both physically and mentally. Our friends were beginning to get their driver's license, which opened many new doors to us. Instead of sitting at home on the weekends as we were accustomed to, we were now able to get out to parties that we had no idea existed before this time. Our eyes were open to a whole new world this year. As we became juniors, we began to think about colleges and consider our long-range plans for our lives. The whole year seemed to be in anticipation of becoming a senior the next year. We watched the seniors, learning from them what we could and couldn't do, namely rapping in school. They taught us well. We skipped that tradition of rapping in school before the first day. We got Dixie instead. Thank you, class of 92, for teaching us that lesson. Moving on through the year, the phrase Mardi Gras became one that stuck in our minds during the prom season. We spent many Saturdays up at school making decorations for this seemingly elaborate prom. I was skeptical of how the final project would turn out, but it all seemed to come together the final night of preparations. Our class had come together to create one of the best proms that had been put on in a long time. This was an excellent example of what our class accomplished when we really wanted to. Thanks to this year's juniors for making ours look so good in our memories. The prom season seemed to conclude our junior year of high school. Finally, we reached our senior year. We dreamed of this year when we'd be the ruling class on campus, the ones who would build the bonfire, the ones who would lead the athletic teams with the greatest amount of spirit, and the ones who would look up to no other students, except for the short ones, of course. This year began with the traditional senior caravan down Dixie Drive. Fortunately, our class excels in the art of driving, thus keeping accidents to a minimum and creating no serious pileups, such as classes have in the past. From this time onward, school proceeded as usual, football team living up to their reputation as they had in the past, and schoolwork becoming increasingly monotonous as the days went by. Days passed without change. Until one day at lunch, our silverware suddenly disappeared. You can imagine the horrors we felt when we saw little plastic packages which contained one napkin and the infamous spork. Anyone who used one of these utensils realized after the first day that it was impossible to go through a meal without using multiple sporks, because they had an empty habit of breaking. Another problem was they had just enough spring in them to catapult a piece of food right in your lap if you weren't careful. Luckily, we complained enough to get our real forks and spoons back, making us all happy again. A few weeks later, we planned the bonfire, and new traditions were born with it. One of these being the bonfire passes. Without these passes, we weren't allowed to enter the practice fields to work on the fire. The bonfire was successfully completed just hours before it was to be ignited. I'm sure we all remember the enormous spark that marked the top of the bonfire. Another new tradition that started this year was the homecoming parade. We challenge you, Brazoswood High, or rather encourage you as you continue this tradition. The fire was lit, and surprisingly enough, nobody got hurt. Pretty good. School continued as usual, with the days becoming longer, teachers becoming more impatient, and the students, of course, still living up to their potentials and striving to learn as much as they possibly could in the time remaining. Yeah. Bell dance came and went. The prom, yes, that infamous prom, will more than likely be remembered by all that attended as the one that played the 10-minute version of the Cotton Eye Joe in oven-like temperatures. We surely did smell good after that dance, as I'm sure our dates will confirm. All of these events have led us here tonight to this, our graduation ceremony. Unfortunately, I'm about to run out of information for our class history before we're about to enter our class's future. No one knows what will happen to our great class of 93 after tonight. Our class history is marked by many fond memories. However, there were some people in our high school lives that proved how dear life really is to us. 4 of our original class members have died since we began here at Brazoswood. Our class would like to recognize them: Christy Xavier, Sharon Jensen, Laura Kirby, and Wade Miller. These friends really showed how an individual can have a great impact on the student body. I'm sure they're standing by God's side tonight watching their friends graduate from high school. They'll never be forgotten. Although we've come to the end of the road here at Brazoswood, we'll cherish our memories of this place. These memories can never be taken away from us, as our silverware and senior privileges were at times. High school memories are supposed to be some of the best times of our lives. I'm glad I have such a great class to give me these memories. Tonight, we won't tell each other goodbye, rather see you later. Many lifetime friendships have been started, and we're not at all leaving each other forever. Thanks for the memories, friends.
Dr. Anderson, it is a pleasure to certify to you that the students listed in the program for honor graduate status have met all the requirements and criteria for that honor, and that the senior students participating in this commencement exercise have met all graduation requirements established by the Texas Education Agency and the Brazoswood Independent School District. They are eligible to receive diplomas from Brazoswood High School. At this time, we want to give special recognition to our top 2 students, valedictorian Kelly Bennett, salutatorian Brandon Baker. Would you please come forward? Thank you, Dr. Anderson. Now Ms. Connie Wooster will address the graduates.
Welcome. On behalf of the school board, I would like to say how proud we are, all of you, and of your accomplishments. You have journeyed 13 years to get to this point. You have overcome roadblocks and oil slicks. You have driven down long stretches of endless highways, and now you're here. You stand today with your arms outstretched. Your future awaits you. You have many decisions to make in the next couple of weeks and in the next year. which will shape your life forever, and that is an awesome responsibility. Many of you have already decided your immediate future with plans to attend Brazoswood College or a trade school or to go to a university. Some of you have marriage plans, and others will not marry for a long time to come. Whatever your plans are, I pray that God will guide you and watch over you. I pray that you will look to Him and that you will serve Him. Serve Him by being thankful. The Bible says, in everything give thanks. This football stadium is full of people who love and care for you. You have much to be thankful for. Serve Him by caring for others, to love thy neighbor as thyself. What is it you as graduates can give back to others, to your parents, to your school, to your community? We can all serve Him by living honestly. We can work hard, we can be fair and just, we can be truthful, we can be peacemakers. Apply the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You have an exciting night ahead of you, made possible by the people who love you. God has given each of us talents and abilities. We will not cheat Him, but we will go out and use what we have to better ourselves. I'd like to leave you with this thought. What we are is God's gift to us, and what we become is our gift to God. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, proud parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends of these graduates that have gathered here tonight, it is indeed my pleasure as superintendent of schools to present this class of students to receive their diplomas. But before we do that, there is just one brief word that I would like to say to you, and that is that this is truly an outstanding class. They are outstanding academically, athletically, and civically. They are truly the stuff that America is made of, and they are the young men and women that is going to keep this country free, proud, strong, and one nation under God. Madam President, members of the Board of Trustees of Brazoswood Independent School District, upon certification, as stated by Dr. Beth Allen, Principal of Brazoswood High School, I now present the class of 1993 to receive their diplomas.
Faculty members, please have the candidates for graduation on the south side of the field. Please stand. The first group of honor graduates, summa cum laude, achieved an average of 98 or better. Kelly Christine Bennett. Brandon Scott Baker. Tricia Lynn Henby. Jennifer Steele Rosen. Sarah Elizabeth Martin. Jimmy Jen Chi Lin. Michael Philip Janis. Laurie Catherine Howe. Christina Lee Dillon. Houston Thomas Blankenship. Rebecca Ann Freeman. Christina Dawn Driscoll. Kendra Elaine Waller. J. Krishna Singania. Candace Lynette Beckham. Andrea Nicole Wainwright. Dallas Monroe Summerford. Melody Teresa Shee. Laura Gay Ridge. Brian Preston Jones. Michelle Renee Bergeron. Jeanette Elizabeth Bayer. Scott Allen Tiemann. Marlena Gay Wooster. Jerry Dale Johnson. Elizabeth Jean Perry. Shelley Matouche Blair. Sarah Francine Phillips. Kevin Wayne Streety. The next group of candidates qualifies for magna cum laude status by achieving a 96 to 98 average. Matthew David Stano. Marla K. Bryant. Sandra Lee Gray. Anthony Gonzalez Uniti. Julie Ann Masters. Kent Eugene Culpepper. Norman Lee Terrell. Catherine Susan Miller. Jennifer Lee Herzoniarath. Terry Daniel Weedig. Jason Brock J-Rowe. Gary Eugene Miller. Gina Christine Walsh. Frederick Harold Jensen. Corey Camden Cornett. Jennifer Robin Sambera. Charles Splendid Menifee. Meredith Lee Curry. Sasha Cassandra Autry. Brian James Moran. Lisa Marie Aguilar. David Wayne Humbert. Derek Mitchell Kendrick. Brian Charles Williams. Hannah Keeley Burbick. Matthew Earl Ligon. Neha Ravindra Patel. Shirley Suzette Smith. Jill Ann Garrison.
Brian Kelly Allen.
Jennifer Ann Lewis. The following candidates achieved cum laude status with a 94 or better average. Marguerite Elise Heckendorn. Matthew James Hammonds, John Daniel Brown, Sarah Corinne Wells, Tara Dion Plume, Richard Cheston Cooper, Hoon Tan Nguyen, Christopher Dane Holman, Christina Marie Wade, Natalie Ann Bloss, Amber Michelle Prihota, Alicia Lane Jones, Seth Eric Vidal, Lee Nathan Morgan, Stacy Lynn LaVey, Leslie Ann Keller, Misty Michelle Keeter, Joel Franklin McDonald, Chelsea Lynn Bates, Shane Ray Jester, Holly Jean Donovan, Christine Michelle Vining, Gregory Todd Finer, Clinton Ray Stavanoa, Carly Lauren Hunter, Rachel Irasima Dunseth, Julie Ann Weiss, Casey Ray Delton Martin, Gerald Lee Adkins Jr., Irma Alejandres, John Thomas Alexander, Jennifer Page Anderson, Jason Neal Andrews, Kenneth Ray Andrews, Stephen Jean-Pierre Barclay, Keith Lauren Barnett, Jeremy David Barrett, Brandy Renee Batson, Michelle Ilona Dawn Bays, Ernest Harlan Beadle III, Jennifer Lynn Beathard, Scott Wallace Bedell, Isaac Benavides, Angela Lynn Benton, Britt Anthony Berger, Shalwan Janine Black, Carolyn Joy Bond, Robert Matthew Bonnet, Christy Ann Bonfield, Anita Marie Odarf, Royce Vincent Branch, Kristen Bressler, Natasha Yvette Brigham, Caroline Winfred Brown, Casey James Brown, Matthew Wayne Busby, Brooke Aaron Buskin, Laura Lee Kane, Wendy Renee Calcote, Teresha Elaine Campbell, Kelly Delois Carson. Tony Casas. Laura Antonia Castillo. Jeremy Brandon Cave. Ro Roberto Champa. Keith Andrew Klopowski. Gilbert Cisneros. Wendy Day Clark. Mandy K. Cloud. Kristen Lee Coffey. Joshua Hollis Collier. Kenneth Benjamin Kalura. Benny Earl Cook, Jr. David William Cook. Tara Shea Cochran. Kristen Yvonne Cotton. Laura Ann Creedmoor. Rebecca May Christ. Kevin Patrick Cromwell. Jeremy Eusebio Cruz. Paola Andrea Cotrera. Tamika Deshaunier Davis. Shannon T. Day. Matthew Charles DeGaulle. Anne Marie Diaz. Patricia Elaine Dixon. Michelle Lee Dersnosky. Joseph Thomas DeBrinnick. Timothy Kevin Dorsey. Daniel Lee Douglas. Robert Paul Drenner. Michael Christopher Duran. Rachel Elaine Dye. Gwendolyn Laurel Early. Shirley Christine Ellington. Melissa Ann Ellison. Jason Wayne Erkenbrack. Bridget Renee Escher. Christina Marie Estrada. Jason Folly Fagan. Brian Harris Feldman. Craig Michael Ferguson. John Jason Flores. Tanya Lynn Flores. Kevin Dwayne Forster. Stephanie Ann Fondon. Hollis Michael Forrester. Jason Michael Fodder. Carrie Angela Francis. Nancy June Franklin. Karen Marie Garcia. Manuela Cal Garcia. Maria Anna Garcia. Brian Patrick Garrett. Casey Hope Guerin. Frances Louise Garrett. Amy Christine Garza. Jacob Thomas Garza. Letitia Ann Garza. Michelle Dolis Gibson. Lupe Gonzalez Jr. Amy Monique Gonzalez. Granelli. Robert Grenier. Clifford Groves. Monique Elisa Guerrero. Brian Kenneth Gilliard. Lisa Gutierrez. Michelle Hanchy. Bethany Brooke Passage. Jenna Lynn Haviland. Tyrone Dwayne Hayes. Christopher Sean Hensley. Michael Brandon Persina. Joe Hernandez Jr. Juan Jose Hernandez. Juanita Melinda Hernandez. Monica Nicole Hernandez. Radamus Ebud Hernandez. Daniel Hinojosa. Stephanie Gale Hopkins. Isha Marie Horn. Todd Michael Hughes. Emily K. Hunt. John David Jackson. Corey Nicole Jackson. Alicia Cherokee. Stacy Danae Dennis Jennison. Bradley Warren Johnson. Holly Lynn Johnson. Johanna Jeray Johnson. Robin Elizabeth Johnson. Kenneth Amnor Jolly. Michael Tyrone Jones. Melissa K. Clem. Denise Elaine Humbica. Jeremy David Cool. Steve Petrula. Misty Shuann Messina. Leanne Leatherwood. Carolyn Ann Lee. Tyson Earl Leonard. Johnny Thomas LaValle Jr. Christy Darlene Lindsay. Liana Marie Longoria. Maria Socorro Lopez. Nelson Lopez. Jorge Quinones Lucero. David Christian Lynch. Laura Denise Mahan. Matthew Donald Malone. Adrian Lewis Marshall. Alexis Malie Massey. Jamie Lee.
Sally Martinez.
Sorry. Alejandro Martinez. Omar Martinez. Yvonne Martinez. Alexis Malie Massey. Jamie Lee Mata. Bridget Christine Matthews. Christopher William Matula. Stephanie Lynn Mayhair. Brian Devin McBride. Jennifer Lou McClellan. Kate Elizabeth McClendon. Jason Eric McDonald. Brian Scott Mellis. Arindira Melgosa. Lacey Spring Menard. Tracy Joanna Mendes. Sean Carl Miller. Robert Eugene Mitchell. Monique Elizabeth Moning. Joshua Corey Moore. Regina Nicole Moreno. Renee Claudine Morgan. Tania Tamika Morris. Cynthia Deanne Mulder. Mario Munoz Jr. Brian Patrick Nelson. Tamala Yvette Nichols. Carol Lynn Norris. Leslie Dale O'Brien. Jared Joseph O'Malley. Candy Rebecca O'Neill. Melissa K. Andrus. Mark Daniel Paquette. Vanessa Sinead Parks. Patricia Anise Patrick. Paul Emmett Peacock. Karen Celeste Pena. Cassandra Marie Perales. John Petter. Gordon Michael Petty. Timothy Lee Pierce, Jr. Nellie America Pilatasi. Kurt Shane Peterton. Misty Lynn Pitts. Tabitha Lenore Polk. Darren Hovind Posadas. Tamara Yvette Presley. Travis Wayne Price. Christina N. Puente. Francisco Pulido. Jared Daniel Kyle. Veronica Killentan. Jennifer Leslie Quirk. Heather Renee Quisenberry. Joseph Rafael Ramirez. Priscilla Ann Ramirez. Adam Ramirez Jr. Eligion Ramos. Jeannie Marie Rasmussen. Michael Albert Rosca. Donald Earl Ray. Yvonne Catherine Ray. Lauren Renee Rayburn. Matthew Arthur Reed. Amy Benjamin Rieger. Patrick Francis Riley. Victor Noe Rios. Tammy Gail Risner. Ryan Scott Rodkey. Erica Rodriguez. Jose Alberto Rodriguez. Nora Jean Rodriguez. Benjamin Marcus Romero. Stephanie Denise Roy. Jennifer Ann Reales. Devin Russell. Terry Pascal Russell. Miguel Augustine Sands Jr. D. Raymond Sanders II. Jason Reuben Sanders. Beverly Diane Schenkel. Anthony Silvas. Brian Keith Smith. Brian Charles Smith. Willie Bernice Smith. Andrea Ann Soto. Lester Allen Speed. Ryan Brown Sperry. Theron Carlton Stanley. Andrew Charles Stevenson. Amy Michelle Stevens. Riley Dale Sullivan. Jerusha Paige Taylor. Russell Charles Thibodeau. Arthur Eugene Thompson. Jennifer Lynn Thompson. Kevin Ray Thompson. Sanford Rogers Thompson III. Justin Mann Thompson. Richard Steve Tyner. Jennifer Jolene Toller. Stephen Earl Tracy. Ronald Allen Trahan. Tanya Nicole Trotter. Darren James Turner. Thomas Nathan Turner Jr. Erica Vasquez. Christopher Robin Bobich. Vanessa Cherise Bobich. Rocio Celine Bielma. Gary Lynn Vincent. Jennifer Christine Waxback. Jennifer Ann Wall. Daxton Douglas Watkins. Jenna Michelle Webb. Vera Louise Whitmarsh. Michael Blake Whitner. Roland Keith Whitten. Robert Porter Wiley. William Powell Wiley. April Dawn Wills. George Tobin Womack III. Melissa Ann Woods. Jeffrey Allen York. Jason Young. Chao Lang Yu. Cynthia Marie Zavala. Aaron Matthew Zimmerman. Congratulations, 93 graduates of Brazoswood High School. At this time, I ask the senior class officers from 93, the senior class officers from 94 to come forward for the legacy of leadership. The seniors of 93 leave a legacy of leadership for the seniors of 94 and future classes of Brazoswood High School. This time I introduce to you Julie Masters for the benediction, and I ask you to rise.
Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for this evening, and I thank you for bringing us here safely. Lord, I thank you for your blessings that you've given to us over these years, and I ask that you'll continue to do that for each and every one of us that is here tonight. Lord, I thank you so much for all of our parents and all of our relatives that were able to be here tonight, and I thank you for those of us that have relatives that aren't here, and I just pray that everyone here will join in and rejoice for all the blessings that you've given us. I pray that you'll go with us and that everyone of the seniors of 1993 will look to you for guidance, Lord. And I just thank you for all that you've done for us. I thank you for the teachers. Lord, I thank you for all that they've done for us. And I thank you for the administrators. And I thank you for our youth ministers and for our ministers. I thank you most of all for our parents, Lord. And I just pray that you'll go with us. And I thank you for holding off the rain. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Now we have some choir members that are going to come and sing benediction. And after that, I've been asked to remind you that the seniors will join in the middle of the field for our circle of friendship, and I ask that the parents and guests remain seating. Thank you.
They'll have to sit down.